Okay guys, I think we're going to be testing version 1.1.0 of DV level crossings. I've received some fantastic feedback. Thanks for everybody that's left me some praise and also some informative issues that we've encountered along the way. And version 1.1.0 is going to address two of the major issues that have been identified thus far, and I think we should be in pretty good shape after that. One of the issues that was encountered was it was reported that the level crossings would not activate correctly when a train was reversing back over the triggers that on either side of the crossing. The trigger points were basically, it's like a pressure pad. The train, whether it be the loco or a carriage, is supposed to pass over the triggers and activate the barrier when we're a certain distance away from the crossing. It was working okay for the loco, but not for the carriages. So I've identified the issue there. And there we go. Here that the carriages actually cause the barriers to trigger there. Level crossing, when you're travelling backwards, that will trigger the crossing to come down. Okay, so now the other big issue was the fact that people were finding that when they drove from town A to town B, whatever that happened to be, that the level crossings remained static when they reached town B. So we're going to test that out now. We're going to take this train and we're going to go to City South. If all goes according to plan, we should find that when we reach City South, the level crossing there, oh gosh, yeah, Grandpa's really out of practice. When we get there, the level crossing should activate as expected. It's a nice day for a drive, so we may as well enjoy the testing experience here. I'm really pleased to see a lot of people seem to be enjoying DV level crossings. And now that it's actually working the way that it was intended, I think you'll enjoy it even more. Now there have been some other inquiries, such as, are you able to change the bell that is associated with the level crossing? And the answer to that is yes. If you're interested in doing that, stand by till the end of the video and I'll show you exactly how you can do that. It's pretty straightforward. Now the major question that's been asked is, can we adjust the points where the level crossing gets triggered based upon the engine speed? Unfortunately, that's not possible. The way the mod works is that there are some triggers that are positioned a certain distance away from the level crossing, both before and after it, and that acts a bit like in real life, a pressure sensor, which causes the barriers to become activated. We've tried to position those triggers at a point where you're able to see the barriers move as you approach the level crossing, which I think makes it a little bit of fun. So, you know, we didn't want to position them that far away that you'd never see the action take place. But the thing is, if you're going to be travelling at 100 miles an hour through the level crossing, it is possible that you will encounter the level crossing before the gates have come fully down. But don't worry, if as time goes by we will be tweaking the position of the triggers, and hopefully we can get a happy medium for everybody as we progress further down the track, so to speak. So once we get to City South, I think we'll take a boat trip back to Harbour Town, and we'll check also that travelling by boat allows the level crossings to be in the correct state when we get to Harbour Town. And then our final test will be to fast travel from Harbour Town back to City South, and again ensure that the level crossings are in a proper dynamic working state when we get there. Just a leisurely trip today, but it's a very pretty area to be travelling along. If you've been enjoying DV level crossings and you'd like to try some of our other mods, don't forget we've got DV boats, which turns all of Derail Valley's fishing boats into drivable vessels, which you can not only drive in third person perspective but also first person. You can also spawn boats in hard to reach places and explore some of the inland waterways within Derail Valley. And of course we've got DV Replay as well, which allows you to replay your most spectacular crashes or achievements and view them from multiple camera angles. Great for content creators. Okay, we're now approaching City South. Slow down a little bit. And if all goes well, the level crossing here should work, whereas previously with the issue that we had, it would have just remained a static object. Now it should be operating exactly as we'd hope. So we're getting close to it now. Good indicator of if it's actually worked is whether the barrier arms are up or down. And we can see the barrier arms there are actually up. So I have high confidence this is going to work. And there we go. Alright, let's stop our train here. Okay, now let's go and see if travelling back to Harbour Town via another form of transport still allows the level crossings to be in proper operating condition. Let's go and grab ourselves a boat. So that we're not spending too much time. Okay, let's hop on board. And head off to Harbour Town. Oops. Hopefully we won't hit too much along the way. Okay, so we are in slightly less realistic mode here, where the fishing trawler is acting more like a speedboat, but that's okay. Quite a pleasant little boat trip down to Harbour Town. Really is a beautiful little sim that Old Future has given us, so thanks guys. I really enjoy travelling around here. At this rate it won't take us too long to get to Harbour Town, and once we get there we'll just check that the level crossings have their barriers raised. That'll be a good indication that they're still working correctly, as we've travelled from A to B, which is Harbour Town, to City South. Now back to A, which will be Harbour Town, and then we will terminate the test by doing a fast travel back to City South, and again ensuring that the level crossings have their barriers raised, which is a pure indication that it's working perfectly. You can see Harbour Town approaching in the distance. One day we'll get to drive a ship like that in Derail Valley, but it won't be for a while. Lights on. It's getting a little bit dark, so I guess we can benefit with a little bit of extra lighting there. Oops. And let's just park along here. No fog, but I like the sound. Okay, let's hop on out. And thank you for the trip. Let's go and have a look at a level crossing, make sure the barriers are raised. And as we can see, the barriers are up. So that's a proper indication that these crossings are no longer static, even though we've gone from A to B and back to A. Okay, last test. Let's go here to the world map. And fast travel to City South. Here we are at City South, and our final test is just going to be to go and see whether the level crossing here is also got its barriers raised, in which case we know that it's working correctly, and as we can see, it clearly does. So there we go. DV level crossings version 1.1.0 hopefully resolved both of those major issues, now available on Nexus Mods for you to download and enjoy. Oh, by the way, I did promise I'd show you how to change the bell sounds in the level crossings mod, should you wish. So it's a simple job of just going into your Derail Valley Mods folder and open up DV level crossings. In there you're going to find a folder called Assets. Inside Assets there will be another folder called Sounds, and inside there is a WAV file called bell_loop.wav. So all you need to do is download a bell loop of your own choice that is in a WAV format, and then just copy it into this folder, rename it as bell_loop.wav, and straight away you're going to have your own custom level crossing sounds. So there you go. I hope that helps. So, thank you for watching. Do please like and subscribe to our channel as we keep you up to date with the latest in Derail Valley adventures, mods, and other exciting things. Thank you. See you next time.